Welcome to the Creek Devil Journal Stories.
This story comes originally from Rich Grumley, who was the director of the California Bigfoot Organization. In 1980-81, I was working as a security guard on a high-tension tower project here in California. I met a man who was a cat skinner, operating a bulldozer, leveling off the pads where each of these high-tension towers was to be placed. I noted that he had on his pickup truck 25 to 30 decals from places he had been hunting and introduced myself. During the conversation, I mentioned Bigfoot, and he told me that in the mid to late 1970s he was doing a little poaching, with forestry officials' permission in a locked and gated area near Bishop, California. They had given him the key so he could go in anytime he wanted. This particular time the gate was locked, as it always was. He let himself in with his four-wheel drive pickup truck to the area known as 4 Points. He drove over a hill, and there to his surprise were Department of the Interior vehicles, Bureau of Land Management men in all their Smokey the Bear outfits with guns, searching a campground, the hills, mountains, roads, etc. They grabbed this hunter, took his deer rifle away from him, and questioned him for 7 to 8 hours as to what he was doing there. The local forestry officials identified him as a trusted friend and he was let go, but told never to come back. He determined that during this interrogation that the reason the BLM and Department of Interior were there in force was that a Bigfoot creature had gone through there the day before and had turned over a large trash container, of the type you find behind large department stores, that no man can even begin to move, and had killed several people. Over the years, the story has passed through several people, in fact quite a few Bigfoot researchers, but no one was able to come up with one single clue. Then in the middle of 1991, a young student also interested in investigating the Bigfoot mystery called the CFBO's hotline to tell me that he had heard that story several years ago, and it had always struck with him. In 1989-90, he had met a former policeman who said he was on the Bishop Police Force in the mid to late 1970s. The student related the foregoing story of Bigfoot to the ex-police officer from Bishop, and he confirmed it. The officer said the story was the talk of law enforcement agencies in that area at the time, but they were under very tight orders not to ever say anything about the incident and related deaths.
Tune in again to hear more Creek Devil Journal stories.